Welcome back to AZ Strut and Jared's Fun Finds. This little device here is also a bit of a secret treat for our camera guy, Justin, who's behind the camera. Are you ready for this, Justin? I know
I'm ready.
You thought I wouldn't bring you in, didn't you? Do you know what this is?
A MacBook Pro.
No. Keep guessing.
MacBook Air?
Yes. But what's special about this MacBook Air?
Oh, it's got the MagSafe on the bottom.
What? And it's got the ports on a pull down on the bottom. This, as far as I can tell, I've done my research just a little because we just found it. I think this is the first gen MacBook Air, the very first one. I remember when this first came out, and the whole gimmick was that they had this in a manila envelope, and they would slide it out, and people were just floored that a laptop could fit in a manila envelope. But what I'd forgotten about is how they really went skinny on the ports, and having a MagSafe port on the bottom instead of the side for the power, really unusual, really weird. But that explains why it had that weird shape too. The MagSafe had sort of a round barrel shape for that first gen, because it would sit almost flush with the table once it was connected. I thought this was timely because the new M4 Mac Mini came out and it has the power button on the bottom. So Mac has a history of doing weird things with the bottoms of their devices. The other thing that made the Mac, the first Air like this, a bit of a joke in a lot of the tech circles at the time, was this really slim option for the ports. See if you can get that focused, right? Isn't that like weak? It's anemic. You couldn't do anything with these ports. So you have one USB-A port, this is a mini display port, or an older version of a Thunderbolt port, and one headphone jack. And that's all you've got. So disappointing. But it's a really cool find to have one in this good condition, the original first gen MacBook Air. It still had a spinning hard drive. It was a good idea, but it didn't quite deliver until another generation or two when it actually became a pretty decent laptop. But still fun, still a good find, and I knew that you'd appreciate that, Justin, being our camera guy. He's a total Mac fanatic. I'm just putting it out there. Thank you for joining us again for Jared's Fun Finds on AZ Strut.